you may be wondering why CC Patterson isn't in the starting lineup right now. It's because you want to get these seniors their first chance to start in a game, and I'm sure Patterson will be coming off the bench later in the night. But as of right now, I mean, you're not behind or anything. Let these girls stay in as long as they please.
No, she's had her fair share of starts up to this point in the season. So
I gotta say, usually it's a pretty young starting lineup, and that goes to show how promising the future is for the New Canaan Rams with girls basketball. Now here's Livesay to inbound. Gonna just put it down to Marshall, who puts up an easy layup. There was no defense there.
Westhill, I guess, fell asleep on that one. I don't know what they were doing. Easiest shot for anyone's a layup, and they just left that wide open for the Rams.
We've already got an early 9-2 lead with just under 3:50 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Westhill's going to have to start something up. But, I mean, they're driving to the corner, and they're just getting stopped every time. Westhill's got to learn that they cannot keep doing this further out in the game.
Looks like Westhill's going to get the ball back. That was smart playing right there by Grace Teleska to let the ball go out of bounds after she recognized that a New Canaan player tipped it out. Now Teleska looking to inbound. That is out to Dental, who puts up a mid-ranger. Didn't go down, but got the rebound out to Smolars. It's a high arcing shot, and it's good. Rebecca Smolars was able to knock down a pretty high arcing floater.
That one took its sweet time getting back into the hoop.
Whatever works, it works. And now here's Marshall to take a three, just short off the front of the rim. But that's Grace Driscoll who got the rebound, but I believe there's going to be a foul on the floor.
I don't know how many rebounds New Canaan has versus Westhill, but it could be all to none. Westhill, I don't think, has gotten a single board, and they've got a decent size advantage in the post there, but New Canaan, they've just played great so far.
And that's exactly why New Canaan was able to dominate most of the game versus Darien just a few short nights ago. And Driscoll out to Marshall. Looked like she wanted to pass it. Going to drive down. And it's taken away by Elena Henry. It's great defense right there. Something we haven't quite seen so far, but we've got to wonder if that's going to start to set the tone.
Yeah, she's got the best height advantage out of anyone out there, being guarded by Callie Patterson. So we're going to see if Westhill chooses to exploit that.
And there's another steal by Callie Patterson off a bad pass. Going to go under, and it's a nice layup right there by Callie Patterson.
Yeah, that was
the Rams bench, they're loving that one, aren't they, Henry?
Great move there by Patterson. You know, get around the defender, almost a little Euro step action there, and just gets the ball in the hoop. That's a great move.
That was smooth. There's Teleska shaking big time, and it's taken away by Lila Donaldson. She's jammed up in the corner, and it's going to be a foul, I believe, on Westhill.
More turnovers by the Vikings than they do have points this game. That is not something they can keep up in this.
Absolutely.
Substitutions here for the Vikings.
That's what sticks up. It's going to be a long night for Westhill. Now we've got a timeout taken by Coach Kim Palmer for the Rams.
Now, if you're the Vikings, I think you're just going to have to get back to what worked for them briefly. It was spreading the ball out, getting underneath the hoop. There was mid-range jumpers. Those three-pointers have not fallen. It's been almost a blockade on the net for the Rams there. So the Vikings are going to have to spread the ball around, maybe get it to Henry, their tallest player, and just see if they can get something going. But right now, it is nothing for this Vikings offense.
Another way I think Westhill could shut down this team is forcing New Canaan to take some off-balance shots. That's what Darien was able to do. They were successfully able to do that last week, which sparked a comeback later in the game. And I think that'll be something that will knock them off their rhythm, and that could give Westhill momentum later in the game. But a lot to fix up so far from what we've seen in these first 8 minutes.
Yep. Look at the team fouls right there. 0 for New Canaan, already 4 for this Westhill Vikings team. And that's just not something they can keep going in this game. You're just going to give out a lot of extra points, a lot of extra possessions. So they're going to have a lot to clean up. It's been a sloppy first quarter, but still far from over.
It's something interesting that in that Darien game, New Canaan, I believe they had 3 fouls by this point in the game. And so you can see during the past couple days in practice, that's something they've cleaned up, that discipline. That could just become with a more experienced lineup, you know, with all 5 seniors in.
Surprised Livesay did not take that shot. She does here.
Take it now.
No good.
Off the back. There's another rebound for Driscoll. Going to try to screen. Callie Patterson calling for the ball. And right there, that was kind of one of those questionable shots that you're going to put up. I understand why, you know, you're up 7 right now, but those are some of the questionable shots that Westhill's going to have to try to force. But It is a foul, so Lyle Donaldson's going to go to the line. Take 2.
Already up to 5 fouls. New Canaan's now in the bonus.
Donaldson in and out for her first attempts, but yeah, like you said, already in the bonus, just 8 minutes and 4 seconds into the game. It's never something you want to see. And Donaldson makes it her second. So now you got a 12-4 score right now. Here's Smolars coming up the court. Gonna look to pass it, bounce pass out to Melissa Dixon, who's going to pass it back to Smolars. Back to Dixon now. And still, they just aren't getting...
Too predictable.
Exactly. They just aren't getting anywhere near the hoop. And there's another steal by New Canaan. That's Sarah Marshall this time.
That's where it was. In the same corner, they've wound up every single drive. I mean, I know what the Vikings are going to do even before they're going to do it. I can't imagine what the Rams defense is thinking.
Lucky break here for Westhill as they're going to inbound the ball relatively close to their own hoop now, or to New Canaan's hoop. Dental into Smolars. And we haven't really seen a whole lot of bench players coming in for either of these teams so far.
Too much.
And there's a travel by Westhill just as things couldn't get worse.
They do.
You know, exactly. It looked like they were going to have a chance to get some more points on the board, but
I was going to say there's too much lateral movement.
Yeah.
Think about it like it's football. You got to go north-south. You can't keep going east-west, side to side. They got to drive to the hoop, get these possessions over and done quick. But right now they're over and done quick with a turnover.
Yeah, I know that football mind's always working for you. Here we go. Donaldson in the corner, and it's a little too strong. In another corner from Marshall, it's going to be a 2, but it doesn't go. So now here we go, back out to Dental. Past half court, guarded by Livesay again. Back out to Dixon. Pass down to Smolars, and they just still aren't driving towards the hoop at all.
Yeah.
They're just playing on the outskirts of play, and there's a pass to Donaldson. My goodness. Gotta wonder if she's gonna pass it back out to Marshall.
She missed it. She had an opportunity to.
That's right. Here's Driscoll to take another 3, and it's a little strong to the right of the rim.
Now this Vikings offense, I mean, I feel like it's Groundhog Day over and over again. The same thing happening. Turnovers, getting themselves stuck in the corner. They're just getting nothing moving for themselves. And
there they go. Now they're down into the paint. And now it's Henry, who was, I believe, guarded by 3 New Canaan players. And that's a great game plan, you know. Guard the big just so that you can't force the ball into the paint to try to get any of those easy points. Great game planning by coaches Kim Palmer and Chris Silvestri.
Yep, force her to take these shots. And with only 24 seconds left on the clock, it seems like it's going to be all Rams first quarter.
Now here's Elena Henry at the line, looking to get some more points on the board for Westhill. And it's off the back of the backboard, back of the rim, excuse me.
That's a good foul for New Canaan then. You prevent the layup, and no points there.
Here we go, waning seconds of the first quarter. It's going to be a 2, and it's good for Lauren Livesay. Showing a little showboating, looking at her teammate Lila Donaldson.
If you're up 14-4 on your senior night, you deserve a little showboat.
Absolutely you do. 5 seconds left. Time running down for Westhill to try to get some more points, and it's another pass to New Canaan's defense.
Seems like everyone knew how much time was on the clock besides the Westhill offense. I mean, they're in La La Land right now looking at everything but what's on the court.
I mean, yeah, Westhill, they just have to be more aware coming deeper into this game. And I wonder now if we're going to see some of the usual players for New Canaan's lineup start to check in.
Yeah, we'll see what
adjustments. The first quarter senior night is over.
See what adjustments that Westhill is going to make here, because it's obvious they're going to have to make some. We'll see what new players get into the game maybe for Westhill. Maybe they'll get some guys that weren't playing in the first one. And for New Canaan, I mean, it's been a great game plan. They haven't had to do much. Westhill's been taking care of their own business, getting easy turnovers for New Canaan. And 5 fouls, that's not something that Westhill can play by. But New Canaan, they got to keep up the same script, this high, fast-paced offense, taking their shots, not being forced into any opportunities that they don't want to take. And that's why the score is 14-4 up.
Exactly, and that senior experience really is just showing right now for New Canaan. I feel like they've really been capitalizing on all the opportunities given to them by this Westhill team. Mm-hmm. We'll see that's why they're up 10 so early into this game. Now looks like we got New Canaan's breaking out of the huddle. Westhill still game planning, trying to see if they can get any momentum coming into the second quarter.
Yeah, Westhill's last win was January 11th versus Harding, a 31-15 win. And right now they're playing like a team who has won one of their last 7 games. And we'll see if they can get something up here. New players into the game, running point, especially for Westhill.
And obviously you'd love to play spoiler. And there's Cece Patterson checking into the game for the first time tonight. She already causing some ruckus.
Yep, she's in for Driscoll. Same rest of the lineup for New Canaan out there.
Even still looked like Westhill was about to recover, but it's a bad dribble off the foot of Melissa Dixon. It's going to be New Canaan's first foul tonight. Let's check the replay here.
Yep, Melissa Dixon in for Westhill. We saw her on offense that first possession.
Here's Dixon out to Smolars. Guarded by Patterson, who's been a force on defense.
If I'm New Canaan, I am pressing. I'm not giving them any space because they have not done anything on offense. So you got to keep playing aggressive. Don't take your foot off the gas here.
Exactly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now back out to Dixon, guarded by Patterson. It's a high pass to Grace Teleska. Now she's past the three-point line down to Henry, who didn't even look like she was expecting that. And that's going to be back to Dixon. That's a long 2. It's going to be short. That was a nice pass right there by Sarah Marshall to Cece Patterson. It's going to be a long 2, and it's good. Nice, Sarah Marshall.
Nice open look there by Marshall. This Rams offense generating space, and that's what happens. Open shots just fall down for this Rams offense.
Good defense by Cece Patterson, making Smolars really question some things right now. Back out to Smolars. Be a long 3 if she wants to take it. She's got some space.
Seems like wherever the ball goes, there are at least 2 or 3 Rams defenders there. They are not leaving anyone on one-on-one islands.
And that's just something you can't keep up with throughout the night, and something that Westhill really hasn't been able to do.
Good save there by Patterson.
Great save, yeah, exactly. Now here's Marshall. She's got some people in her face, but Patterson's going to take up a shot. Not going to go, so now Westhill's going to get the ball back. Here's Dixon coming past half court now.
Patterson trying to get in there, and there's going to be a travel. Patterson got in the heads of Dixon for Westhill.
Ever since she came into the game just a few short minutes ago, that's what she's been doing.
You knew she'd get a lot of playing time, even though she wasn't in the starting lineup for New Canaan. New Canaan still running out their all-senior lineup.
And I know she wasn't in the starting lineup, but she is a senior, so you will see her a lot during senior night. And here's Donaldson, top of the key. She's got Marshall open, kind of in the corner. Gonna pass it back out to Donaldson.
See, New Canaan, they're having a lot of their players swarm the ball. That's not something they can have. You saw both the Pattersons right there on the ball.
Not sure if that's the shot I would have taken right there if I was Callie Patterson.
No,
but
they're being very conservative with their shot taking.
Absolutely they are, yes. But either way, she's going to be shooting about from where she shot just now at the charity stripe. And I can say that was good defense there by Westhill. They weren't letting them get into the paint.
Yeah, but New Canaan, like I was saying, they're too clumped up together on offense. They got to keep their players spread out. That's what was working for them in the first quarter and early second so far.
And there's Callie Patterson knocking down her first free throw. And Patterson goes 2 for 2. Now here's Dixon going to inbound it to Smolars, and it's off her foot, and already a shaky start to the possession for Westhill. Smolars just past half court, guarded by Patterson, shadowed by Marshall. It was a
directing traffic out there.
Slow handoff right there to Teleska, who's going to pass it to Dixon, and now it's going to be in the hands of Dental. And what do you know, it's back to Lauren Livesay, who's going to take it up the court. Oh, looked like Donaldson had to look at a 3.
You have to take that shot if you're Donaldson. I don't know what she's doing. She does not trust
Patterson's
herself.
going to. And it's going to, oh, I thought it was going to fall in. And now Westhill's going to get possession back off the rebound.
Westhill catches a break there. That's a shot that falls 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah. There's a shot taken up by Dixon, excuse me, and it's good. And Westhill's cut the lead to 12.
Westhill getting on the board in the second quarter. And this Rams defense, I saw they're giving them a lot of space there. Not something they've been used to.
Callie Patterson just dominated in the paint right there. I believe that was 2 Westhill players that she navigated around. That's just mechanical brilliance.
New Canaan's getting ready to sub players in.
Looks like Lucy Bench is going to be checking in alongside Lily Sommers and I believe Natalia Coda.
Now this
and
is
Eliza Lorenz as well.
This is what I was talking about for this New Canaan defense. There, Patterson not giving any space to Dixon, and that's what happens, forcing turnovers. Good move by Donaldson there.
Yeah, and it's smart to pass it back down to Patterson. He's going to pass it to Livesay, back to Donaldson, back to Patterson. Up, bobbled through the hands of Livesay. Here we go, Sarah Marshall trying to reset this possession.
Patterson's got a size advantage there with Dental guarding her. That's something they should exploit further in this quarter.
That was great defense right there by Elena Henry. Callie Patterson looked like she wanted a foul, looked at the ref, but I mean,
Ref
already up to a 14-point lead, so the refs are probably going to be a little bit more generous towards the losing team.
Patterson just waiting for Westhill to create their own mistakes there.
Dixon was directing traffic at the top, and it's going to be taken again by Callie Patterson. My goodness.
Good turnover there. Using one hand to grab that one in.
Look at DB in the NFL just jumping a pass. Malcolm Butler, 10-year anniversary the other day.
We can make
There's
anything
a
a
3 by
football
Marshall,
reference.
and it's no good. Here's Cece Patterson, top of the key. Back out to Donaldson. She's got plenty of space. I'm amazed she didn't settle down for a mid-range shot. Instead, she decided to drive down into Elena Henry.
She chose violence on that one, driving into Henry there. She had an open look for 3, but she wanted blood on that one, and she gets the foul call.
Drew the charge right there.
Yeah. Like a bull seeing red, just charging at the rim.
Yeah, for Henry, I mean, you got to set the feet there.
You got the size advantage. You gotta use it.
Absolutely. Here's Donaldson, and her first free throw's good.
There's the subs coming on. We got
in for Westhill is Niali Lopez, number 24. She's in for Grace Teleska. And now got a lot of the seniors. Here's a round of applause for the seniors that are coming out. Now Donaldson's still in there, but she's been in there throughout most of the season. Like we said, Sommers, Dakota, and Bench are now in for the Rams.
Some of those younger guys that we were talking about earlier in the game for this New Canaan.
Now here comes Eliza Lorenz in for Lila Donaldson. There's going to be another round of applause for the senior checking out the senior night.
Patterson, the only senior left. She'll probably finish out the half after not being able to start this game.
Now here's back out to Smallers, who I don't believe has come out of the game once tonight.
No, she's playing like a New York Knick, playing every single minute out there.
Tibbs left his guys, doesn't he? And there's a steal by the sophomore Lorenz.
Got to pass that earlier.
Guarded. There's a great pass to Lucy Bench. She's not able to finish.
Threaded the needle there, looking like Steve Nash, but the shot passed that one a little too late. She got the ball already standing under the hoop.
That was a very impressive bounce pass. Speaking of bounce passes, there's one down to Elena Henry, who's just trying to look for anybody. Back to Smallars. Going to take the layup, and it's good. 21-8 score right now. I think Westhill's going to start making some noise.
We'll see.
Young team in.
We'll see. Lucy Bench going up for the block there, just mistimed it.
Here's Lily Sommers, top of the key. And she's going to bobble it out of bounds, but ball's going to stay with New Canaan.
Yeah, we'll see how much changes offensively for this New Canaan with the new lineup into the game almost entirely, besides Patterson. As someone forgot to inbound the ball there for New Canaan, it's going to be Coda for the Rams.
And here's Coda. Looks like she wants to get it into Patterson. No defense being played right now by Westhill. This is interesting, but Westhill, they're going to get the ball back. You know what? Maybe they calculated that.
No, I liked what I saw there from New Canaan. Almost a little trickery. It was Coda out to Patterson. Then Coda, no one guarded her underneath the rim. Patterson passed it right back to her, but the Vikings defense just collapsed on that. And that was a good play by the Vikings there.
Here's Melissa Dixon passing it out to Sarah Dental, who went through her hands. So just like that, New Canaan's getting the ball back. Now Lorenz is going to try to inbound it to Lily Sommers. So Sommers back to Lorenz, who's going to pass half court. Now, there we go.
A lot less fouls for the Vikings in this quarter, and it's been a much better quarter for them right there, as we can see as well.
There's a steal by Lopez, going to try to put up, and she loses her dribble, steps out of bounds, and that's a bounce of frustration. I'd be upset too. And just as looked like they had a highlight tonight, the ball just goes out of bounds.
Yeah, threw that ball away. Ref was not too happy with that one. And the Rams, I mean, the Vikings, they're getting these turnovers, they're getting these fast breaks, but they are just, the ball's slipping right through their hands.
And I understand the frustration, being down 13 this early in the game, but you just got to stay composed. Now here's Lorenz trying to make some moves. Back out to Patterson. Patterson's going to drive into the paint, and there's going to be a foul on Westhill.
Just I was talking about no fouls. We saw, I believe it was Henry in the paint that just fouled Patterson there.
And there's our cameraman, A.J. Polici, is going to get the ball back to the official. Now here's Cece Patterson. Going to take 2 shots for the Rams.
Henry already had 3 fouls. She's going to have to be wary about that one going into the second half.
That's absolutely right.
Cannot foul out.
High arcing free throw. It's off the back of the rim. And just as you said, Henry's now going to come out for Rayleigh Agil. And Patterson missed both of her free throws. Now here's Dixon
Dixon's been a little bit of a difference maker, a little pacemaker for this Vikings offense. As she gets past this Rams defense, puts up a bad shot though.
Yeah, that was a shot you'll see in the NBA a lot, but
yeah,
not usually high school girls basketball.
Forced that one too much. Got to pass it. Clock's not running out. Almost under a minute now though.
And that's a lot of what New Canaan was doing early in the game versus Darien last Friday, but it seems like they've figured things out so far.
It's another foul. On Smollers. Patterson back where she's been all night at the free throw line.
That's right. Now she's going to try to make up for the 2 missed free throws that she had in the last possession. First one's knocked down. So there's a lot of claps from the crowd.
Now, if you're Westhill here, I think you need to get some pace going into this half.
That's right, as Patterson knocks down her second free throw. And yeah, there it is. Made up for the 2 she missed. So now you've got a 23-8 score. Now Westhill's going to try to cut this down to only a couple possession leads, see if they can make any noise in the second half.
If you can get this to 10 or under, that'd be great. But just get something. Get maybe just a little bit of confidence in your own team, and that doesn't happen here.
That's not going to help as Lily Somers recovers. Dixon almost poked the ball out there, but mistimed it.
New Canaan's going to take their time here, I think.
Absolutely. I don't see why you'd want to give Westhill any chance. Now here's Coda, top of the key, back out to Lorenz. Lorenz going to pass it down to bench.
A lot of space. A lot of space for both defense. That's a nice pass under the rim.
It was a rocket by bench into Coda, but Coda just couldn't make the turnaround shot. But it's back out to Lorenz, who does that a lot. There's a bit of a hop, and she knocks it down. That's going to get 5 big booms for Eliza Lorenz.
So that was a great open look there. We said take our time, but also take the shots you believe in yourself in. And that was a great open 3 look, and that one was a good shot there.
The ball's poked out by Lucy Bench, and time's going to expire. Rayleigh Agil with the ball.
Similar to the first quarter. Everyone sees the clock but this Westhill offense.
And now coming into halftime, you got a 26-8 score. The Rams are up big, up 18 with only 16 minutes left of basketball to play.
Yeah, 26-8 score. We're going to be back in 9 minutes, but Rob, we might have to go to our second half blowout material as it's 26-8, and Vikings have shown no signs of wanting to come back into this game.
I mean, yeah, Westhill, they've just got a lot of things they have to worry about. And we're going to go out to sponsors. This is NCTV covering New Canaan girls basketball versus Westhill. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Guys, you got until 4 minutes. When it goes down to 4 minutes, you have to
This game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Quest Builders Group, a general contracting, construction management, and consulting company who proudly supports all of our high school athletes. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler of Fessler Family Dentistry, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile. You're in good hands. We thank Platinum sponsor Frangione Engineering. Planning on putting in a pool or an addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Frangione Engineering can help you find a solution. Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, who have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist with all of your automotive needs. We thank Platinum sponsor Manfredi Jewels. Manfredi Jewels, your local official Rolex jeweler, is excited to continue carrying the finest jewelry and watch brands, and welcome the New Canaan community into their newly renovated store this fall. Go Rams! Platinum sponsor Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company serving all of Fairfield County. We thank Platinum sponsor Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's Market has supported NC Rams athletics and the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. We also thank our Platinum sponsor Hoyt Livery for 30 plus years of service. We would like to thank our Gold sponsor Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full service practice that encompasses a range of commissioned residential and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal, constructed with intention and integrity. We thank another Gold sponsor, Club Sandwich, a family-owned deli right here in town serving the New Canaan community since 1986. They are a proud sponsor of the New Canaan community and all of our sports teams. And we thank NC Graphics LLC, a Gold sponsor who is a constant supporter of the NCHS Booster Club. They are a custom graphics company located right here in New Canaan for all of your logo designing needs. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Go Rams!
Welcome you back now to New Canaan High School, the main gym, where we've got a bit of a blowout right now, a developing blowout, where the Rams are up 26-8 over the Westhill Vikings. Both teams, New Canaan's been playing a pretty good game as far as defense goes. Offense, they've been getting takeaways and capitalizing on all the turnovers committed by Westhill, but I mean, the Vikings they just don't have anything going right now. And if there's going to be a 18-point comeback mounted in the second half, there's a lot they have to fix. What do you think, Henry?
Yeah, 18-point comeback. We've seen crazier things, but they're gonna have to get some. They're gonna have to get something started here, and that's gonna have to happen in the first minute or two. This Westhill offense, they've been getting stopped pretty much. They've barely reached the paint here on the other side of the court. So, of course, the Rams starting with the ball here, they're gonna have to keep their foot on the gas, not let up anything in the paint, and just keep what they've been doing so far.
That's right. Now we're back out to live action. Here's Ali Cicia passing it down. Here's my list. All right, here we go. There's, I believe that's Borlaski now. And now Cicia's going to take a long three. It's going to be rebounded back out. Now Callie Patterson's back in the game. We saw her a lot in the first quarter, but she sat out the second quarter along with her teammate Lauren Livesey. Now in the corner, I believe that's Borlaski. No, I believe that's Detmer, actually. Excuse me.
That was interesting possession there by the Rams to end it. And, of course, the Vikings defense just swarmed the ball. Another turnover there by Livesey.
Now here's Detmer coming up the court. Going to look to pass it, going to settle down in space. It's tipped by Small R's, but it's going to go back out to Sarah Marshall, the senior, who's now back into the third quarter. CC a long-range pass to Detmer, who's going to put up a one-handed shot. No good. It's going to be tipped out by Westhill.
I'm almost perplexed by why these Rams are not taking the shots out here. I mean, the lanes are getting blocked by these Vikings defenders. These shots are open. I don't know if they're not trusting their three ball right now.
Now, Cicia looked like she had space.
Right there, Marshall. There she takes it. And that one falls.
Big shot by Sarah Marshall. Go for it on senior night.
She just made me eat my words there as they take the three, and it pays off.
So now up 29-8. Big 21-point lead. And there's a tip by Livesey. He's going to get the ball back. And here's Cicia coming past half court. Guarded by Dixon. Screened by Marshall. Going to check it down to Detmer. And that's tipped out by Dixon. And maybe trying to make a play, and that ball wasn't the move there for Westhill. What do you think, Henry?
No. I mean, you just give New Canaan more time, more opportunity to plan something up.
All right, well, New Canaan's got the ball back. It's Detmer in the corner.
Livesey on an island out there. Hand up, no one's passing her the ball, though.
Cicia taking a three, no good. But Livesey's going to get that rebound. I mean, Smallars didn't even jump there. Back out to the corner again. Surprised they're not taking any of these shots. Now, Marshall had so much space. I don't know why Cicia didn't pass it down to her. Livesey for a mid-range. That's going to be well past the rim.
Yeah, if I could say three words to this Rams offense, catch and shoot. I don't know. That's just not something they've been doing, though.
And there's a bit of a strong layup put up by Callie Patterson, who wishes she had that one back.
Yeah, the Rams, they've been playing this zone defense all night, and it seems to be working. The lanes are getting blocked. Westhill's got nothing moving right now. And right now, you can see they're trying to read a defense, and it's just not working out.
Now here's Dixon going to pass it down to wanted Henry, but goes into the arms of Callie Patterson. So now here's Marshall going to pass it back to Livesey, and now you've got the senior lineup that's pretty much all back in, minus two players.
Westhill's reading a New Canaan defense like a Giants quarterback reading a defense, as Callie Patterson with a nice layup.
Terrific analysis right there, Henry. Now here's Smallars coming up the court. Guarded once again by Livesey. He's been playing that role all night. Back out to Dixon. And Dixon and Smallars, they've really been the ones that have been making things happen for this team. Well, what has been happening. Now there's Dental, going to pass it back out to Smallars. Going to take a long two. And she has those high arcing shots, but they've actually been relatively on target so far.
Yeah, a lot of movement, but none on the scoreboard right now as it's staying 31-8. A nice, almost no-look pass by Livesey there.
Cicia was not expecting that. I almost think that Livesey should have taken that shot. As this ball is going to go back to New Canaan, I guess. Here's Detmer. Going to take up another shot, and it's good. That was a nice-looking shot. Excuse me, that was Sabrina Borlaski.
Not forcing her way into the paint. She took the mid-range shot, and it fell. as it looks like Driscoll might be subbing in soon. Oh.
Well, here's Westhill, top of the key, going to pass it down to Henry. That's a way to snatch that out, and almost fell for Westhill, but it's going to stay a 33-8 game. My goodness. Here's Cicia going to get the rebound off of a missed shot by Borlatsky. Patterson, not sure why she would want to take that, but Borlatsky, that has been sweet. She's looking like LaMelo Ball out there. He might swerve, bend that corner. I know it's jello, but still.
Sitting in the corner has been working for her. It's deja vu, that same shot time and time again.
And that's Borlatsky. She's not even jumping, and that shot is smooth.
Speaking of deja vu, it's the same thing for this Westhill offense over and over again. It's predictable every single time, and no ball movement right now. They've got to take some shots, spread out this defense.
There's one, and it's just going to be a little bit too strong by Melissa Dixon.
Marshall wide open.
Yep, there you go. Nice call, partner, and that's back out to Cicia, who's going to smoke the layup.
Got to finish there.
Back out to Borlatsky, and she's got another one. She is on fire from that spot.
I forgot that guy for Oakland in the Final Four. Took all those threes. Maybe that's
Jack Golke.
Jack Golke.
That's a great pull right there.
That's her Golke. She just sits in the corner, takes probably 100 of those shots a day, and she's been knocking them all down.
She's got the efficiency. I mean, she's just banging them down. Now there's Henry being guarded. Back to Henry, and just couldn't get her hands on that pass from Dental.
That one goes to New Canaan. I'm surprised. I thought Patterson had the last touch there, but it was actually Henry. Senior staying in the game for New Canaan as Driscoll.
Lucy Detmer in for Grace Driscoll, I believe. Sorry, Driscoll's in now. Excuse me, but Detmer is now in the game.
Two starters in for the Rams with Livesay and Driscoll. Driscoll drives to the hoop, puts up a desperate shot.
And I think now with this, we've seen every member of this New Canaan Rams team in the game at one point or another tonight.
Seniors obviously getting more playing time because it is their night.
Well, that's a given. And here we go. Now inbounded to Lucy Detmer, the freshman. Now Cicia, who had a monster game last night, or a couple nights ago. Hasn't been as much of a presence. And there's a shot from the other side, and she's knocking it down. I mean, that's just impressive. What is that, 4 shots, 8 points?
Yeah, I think that's the last 4 Rams possessions on offense that she has hit a shot from one corner or the other.
And now we've got a monster 31-point lead for New Canaan. That's got to be one of their biggest of the season. And now New Canaan's got another possession. Here's Detmer going to pass it out to Livesay. And all these passes, well, there might be a bit of a jinx right there. I was about to say there was a great pass, but Livesay just lost her handle on that.
New Canaan is 2-1 in their last 3 games. Their big win over Darien. They have not had a lead this big in quite some time, so we'll see if they are able to stay aggressive. They've looked great in the second half, as Westhill hasn't even put up a point in the second half of play, I believe.
Grace Telesco on her knees trying to fight for that ball, but not going to succeed, I don't believe. Maybe not. We got Westhill going to inbound the ball. It's Dixon coming over.
Thank you to our producer, Mank, stumbling through all our gear.
Serving as a bit of a screen right now. Here we've got Grace Telesco at the top of the key, going to pass it down to Dental. Back to Dixon, and that is now to Lopez, who's looking for anybody. Now here's Telesco, who hasn't been in the presence too much tonight. There's a shot taken up by Dental. It's no good. That was off the back of the rim, I believe.
Could call it the Lopez brother. That was a killer pass right there out to the 3-point line, as Westhill is going to retain possession here. Westhill, I mean, I feel like I'm repeating myself. It's probably because I am repeating myself, but like I'm saying, they got to get something going on offense. I don't know what it is, but something. I think they got to take more of these aggressive shots. They're getting the looks for them, but they're trying to force the ball into the paint.
There's a nice high pass by Dixon down to Lopez. And it's going to be another missed shot for Westhill, as that's Ali Cicia coming away with the ball. Now she's guarded heavily by Niali Lopez.
Livesay on an island. Call her Revis out there.
That was Detmer way down there, and she's just going to miss the rim. I believe that would have been a 2 if it fell, though. I thought I saw her foot in the line.
Rob, if you think you're Westhill, what do you do? I've answered this question enough. What do you do if you're Westhill here?
I mean, I think at this point in the game, maybe just start to put some of your younger girls in. I know we've seen Smallers out of the
Play for next
most of the
week.
second half, exactly, but just try to get any of these girls some experience so that, down the road, you don't have games like this. Because Westhill, just right now, they just look like an inexperienced team, and I believe they only have one senior on the team, but
Be interested to see what happens in the Westhill versus New Canaan boys game that's happening simultaneously at the Westhill gym right now.
that's right.
Under 30 seconds here to go in
There's
the third quarter.
Lopez dribbling out to Teleska. He's got no one guarded by Livsey and Borlatsky, and it's going to be taken away by Borlatsky. Now here's Livsey going past half court down to Driscoll, and that's an easy layup for her. Now Buchanan have this broken 40. They are 1 point shy of their final total from couple nights ago, Darien. And that was a dangerously close shot.
Nice to see
Westhill.
Westhill aware of the clock. They got that shot off. Didn't fall, but it was a nice attempt there. And it's 41-8 going into the fourth and final quarter of play here. 8 minutes left. And we'll see New Canaan. They have looked great so far. They can probably score a season high in points tonight. As Westhill, they're trying to make it a night they're trying to avoid a night to forget here in the New Canaan gym.
And I got to say, that was a very impressive third quarter for New Canaan. They scored 15 points to Westhill's 0.
This is
And
giving me
that's just not the recipe for success.
giving me shades of the Fairfield Ward versus Westhill game. Ward won that one 54-10.
My goodness.
So I think good chance that this one could end up around that one. I think New Canaan might start to take a little foot off the gas, try to drain more time on their possessions.
You got to think that some of the younger girls are going to come into this game, both for New Canaan and for Westhill.
Fourth quarter, New Canaan ball.
New Canaan's going to start with ball here as it's no seniors for the first time tonight, I believe.
You got a full bench of Bench, Coda, Lorenz, Sommers, and Cecia in the game, all of which I believe are juniors or below. And there's Lucy Bench, her first points of the night. Make it 43-8 with 7:45 left in the game. Here's Dixon, who's been in for most of this game. He's going to pass it out to Teleska. Teleska back to Dixon, back down to Phoenix Williams, who we haven't seen all game. And there you go, getting some of your other players.
Earlier in the game, I was saying how Dixon is a spark plug, but I guess spark plugs can break as she has been near ineffective for this Westhill lineup, and they're got to get something going here.
It's one of our producers, Andrew May, kind of screening the game for us once again. Now here's Smolar's back in the game for this fourth quarter, out to Dixon, who's guarded by Sommers. Nice pass down to Henry, and she's going to be short on the layup, and Sommers is going to rip the ball away from her. So Henry, careful not to pick up her fourth foul of the night. Good job doing so. Now here's the Lorenz at the top of the court. Down to Sommers.
Westhill playing a little bit of ego ball maybe right now to try to avoid making this blowout even worse for their side.
There's Cecia putting up a layup that isn't going to fall. Back out to Coda, and Dixon's going to get the steal. Or turnover, I should say.
Alternating possession goes to Westhill.
Now, if you're Westhill, I mean, I think you just got to try to get some more points on the board. You can't go. You don't want to look in the box score and see you didn't score any points the entire the second half. Get that right, Henry?
Yeah, I mean, you got to at least play for next week, play for the next game, and just get out of here with some confidence, something to look back on and say, hey, we got to work on a lot of things, but this is something that we can come out at least thinking a little bit proud of ourselves. It's Dixon, nice handles there.
Thank you, Booger. Yeah, like I said, there's Dixon down to Teleska, guarded by Sommers and Cecia. Strong defense being played, and there's another steal for Cecia, and Lorenz is wide open down by the hoop. Looks like she wanted to take a three, but it's going to pass it down the bench, and that's a strong layup for Lucy Bench.
Bench with a nice shot there. I do think that Lorenz should have taken that shot there. I think she was thinking about it, but double-crossed herself, passed it out to bench, and it ended up being a right move there.
Great awareness by Lily Sommers to tip the ball up and get her own turnover. Now Loren's going to take a three. Saw do this a lot last week. That one doesn't fall, though. There's Cece out for another one, and she's going to get the not the layup. She's going to get the shot.
Seems like the seniors for New Canaan are getting ready to go back in. End out senior night with the all-senior lineup, starting lineup.
I get it, and there's Sommers playing excellent defense. And that is Dental fell to her knees trying to get the ball out. And there's going to be a foul on Natalia Coda, I believe.
I don't fully agree with that call. At least good sportsmanship by Coda to help up the Westhill team player there, as all senior lineup is into the game for New Canaan.
Well, you know what happens in really across all sports. You know, the refs are they're going to give the losing teams, especially in a game like this, more calls. You know,
how much those calls will help, we are yet to know, as there's a travel right there by Henry in the paint.
And this senior lineup, they're just having fun right now. I'm sure these girls have been playing together for years, and you know they're laughing.
No one's down there to even take the ball from Livesey.
Maybe need to get their heads back in the game.
Almost the starting lineup for New Canaan, but it is Cece Patterson in for Sarah Marshall.
Here we go.
Both the Pattersons out there.
Patterson going to take a pretty contested layup, but she's going to get it back after Westhill's unable to do anything with that shot.
New Canaan, I think they're playing for their huddle highlights right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they go out there and try to clip farm. You know, same thing for Westhill, honestly. Might as well.
Help yourself out.
Here we go. This is Niali Lopez. He's going to try to get it back out to Grace Teleska.
Looked like a little bit of an awkward place to stop your dribble.
And I got to say, Cece Patterson, I know that, you know, you're up almost 40 right now, but she's still playing strong defense out there. Dental was just sitting wide open in the paint, and I'm surprised no one passed her the ball. That was a strongly contested shot taken up by Elena Henry. It's not able to fall. It's now Lyle Donaldson. She's
crossing up.
Niari Lopez. Here's Cece going to take another, and it's short. And Grace Driscoll couldn't get up in time to save the shot.
Little volleyball bump there to try to save that one, as Patterson's shot, nothing but nothing there.
Yeah, just a little short, but it's not going to be reflected on the box score tonight.
Just a little bit short.
Here we go. This is Melissa Dixon going to pass it up to Teleska. I'm surprised that none of these Westhill girls have tried taking any threes yet. I mean, and there's a pass to Donaldson.
The lack of shots is a little bit alarming, and the lack of points is showing from that, as they haven't scored a point in this second half so far.
Donaldson was able to split a couple Westhill defenders, but the shot wasn't able to fall, and that was good awareness by Westhill's Smolars and Dixon to get back, have three girls in the paint, get that rebound. Now here's Teleska trying to make anything happen, guarded by Callie Patterson. Both Pattersons, actually.
Hot potato out there, getting the ball instantly passing. They're getting a little bit forward there, as that shot's no good.
So close to the first points of this half. And back up to Henry, and that one's going to be short. And Patterson going to pass it to her sister, and I believe we're going to have a travel on the Patterson to Patterson play.
I don't agree with that call either. I mean, they were fighting for the ball. She took a step while fighting with Henry for the ball. And game possession, took one more step as the new lineup's in for the Rams.
I believe these seniors are going to come out for the final time tonight, and we've got
Sarah
Marshall,
the still in there.
She wasn't in that last rotation. So other than Sarah Marshall, it's basically an all underclassmen lineup. It's a three taken by Smolars, and that is
that's a desperate shot there.
That was a heave.
Shooting that for some
Borlaski
reason.
Back out to
We
Detmer.
don't know.
Borlaski and Detmer, they've been in a lot, and there's a layup taken by one of the New Canaan freshmen. And that is a loud, erupting crowd. Here we go, and there's another rebound taken by New Canaan.
See, I don't really see what Smolars is seeing there. She's staring at the Rams defender and still decides to make that pass. Got to look for the open gaps. You got to pass the open guy, and that's just not something that Westhill has been doing all night.
Henry, I think we just saw Borlaski's first missed shot of the night. That's impressive. And we got 3:18 left in this game. Looks like it's going to be a rotation change here. Kelly Algil, who's coming in for the first time,
subbing out Borlaski.
Subbing out Smolars. And here we go. Dixon still directing traffic as she's been doing so all night. Back out to Dental.
Not a starter for Westhill, but I think that should change. She's
Absolutely
looked pretty good out there, even though the stats have not shown it.
one of the lone bright spots on this Westhill Vikings team.
Exactly.
And
Good defense there.
that was aggressive play style right there by Nyari Lopez. Got to respect it.
Yep. Even though it's a blowout, you still, especially for an underclassman trying to earn playing time, you got to fight the entire game.
And looks like Lopez wasn't quite expecting that pass right there by Dixon. We've got Buchanan track captain Ryan Bollinger tuning in live to this broadcast. We're just alerted by our producer Andrew Mank.
Marshall open in the corner. I don't know why they're not passing to her, as that one
Still
goes to the
behind
wrong
hoop.
goes to the wrong side of the hoop there. Nothing but nothing once more.
And I got to say, that's kind of been the summary of tonight.
Nothing but nothing.
And Marshall not able to get 50 on senior night, but still got 2.5 minutes left to try to get that score up.
That would be a nice headline. New Canaan drops 50 on senior night.
And so the official's not happy with how Lopez tossed that ball away.
Can't blame him. Ball
And
almost
Sarah
hit,
Marshall's
ball
gonna
almost
check
hit
out
our
of the game.
camera. Marshall out of the game, the final senior for what's been an incredible night for this New Canaan senior class. Underclassmen trying to finish this one out strong.
Here's Henry. That's blocked by
do.
Natalia Cota. Here we go. Here's the freshman coming up the court. Back down to Cota, and that's going to be stuffed by Elena Henry.
If you're a freshman player, how much confidence do you think you're getting from this? You're playing varsity minutes on senior night, and in what's a usually competitive West Hill basketball team, just not this season. It hasn't been their season, but these freshmen and sophomores from New Canaan, definitely a lot of confidence here coming into this game.
Here's Natalia Cota with a chance to make 50 on senior night, and that one's in and out. But she'll have one more. And that was Elena Henry picking up her 4th foul of the night. But with only 2 minutes, 15 seconds left, I reckon they keep her in. Here's Cota for 50. And that one's just to the left of the rim.
Swarmed by the Rams defense there.
Awfully aggressive with this much time left. Well, it's the mind of Chris Silvestri. You know, he's New Canaan's defensive coordinator for football. I'm sure he's going to play that aggressive
wins championships, and allowing 8 points, nearly 8 points for an entire game, that's a great thing to mention. Now this blowout here reminds me nearly of the Mavericks blowout after trading Luka Doncic. That was a massive score difference there.
Massive, you say?
Massive, I say. Mavericks losing Luka Doncic. That's got to be. I don't know what's hurting. I don't know who's hurting more: West Hill girls basketball fans or Dallas Mavericks fans. Both are not happy right now.
Yeah, so Westhill's been kind of a low-scoring game for them. And there's 50 right there for Sabrina Berlasky. Going to point to her head there. You like that? And that is a massive shot right there. I got to say, Westhill's chances of, making a comeback, I'd say that they faded away at this point.
New Canaan foul was on Kate Ulrich. That's her first.
Who's ever writing the newspaper headlines, or for whoever's writing our TV headlines for girls basketball,
This is Marielle
senior
Manisi.
night, dropping 50 on senior night, there's your headline. West Hill trying to get to double digits here late in this 4th quarter.
And there's a chance at 10, but no good for Agile. And now here's
New Canaan
coming up the court.
Shut them out in the second half.
And that is
Athletic
swatted
play.
out of bounds. Looked like Richard Sherman in the
Flying
NFC
in.
Championship game coming in there. That was Nyari Lopez.
I don't know if I've seen a team get shut out in the second half. That's a great scheme play right there. God. Looking like Le'Veon Bell finding the lane. Drove straight to the hoop, and that was a great play there.
There's Nixon. Back to Nixon. Excuse me. Back to Dental. This has kind of been a 2-girl show right now. and they're just not even making any effort to get down towards the rim.
Like I was saying, hot potato, passing the ball back and forth, not driving to the rim. They're going east-west. You got to go
And
north-south.
there's a steal
Another
by Coda.
turnover. Under
Now
30
Pulaski
seconds.
Gonna pass
Nice.
it down. Oh, and it's through the hands of a New Canaan player.
That's a pass and a grab that you want to have back if you're New Canaan, but that's nitpicking. I mean, you've been great all night. To say you missed on a pass.
Now here's Westhill coming up, trying to cut this lead to maybe 40, 43.
That's not going to happen here. They're going to wrap up this game.
Canaan's going to dribble it out, and there's Borlatsky.
Tough defense still
Tough
by
defense by
Westhill.
Lopez.
They're not giving up.
And the final buzzer sounds. We've hit double zeros here in New Canaan, Connecticut. Incredible game here, played all around by every player on New Canaan. Can't say the same for Westhill, who didn't score a single point in the entirety of the second half.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Coach Palmer, you cannot, there is only one expression on your face. You are as happy as you've been all season. This is a great message to send to your team. It's just a massive win for New Canaan here. And, you know, for their fights for SCX, I mean, this is a huge win.
Now for New Canaan, it's not going to be all barbecue chicken from here. They've got a game versus Bridgeport Central coming up on Friday. This will be in Bridgeport. And then after that, it's an absolute gauntlet. I mean, this is going to be a ridiculous schedule. You've got at St. Joe's, at Trumbull, home versus Ridgefield, and then at Danbury to wrap up the season. It is going to be a challenge to make a push into the FCX tournament. Meanwhile, for Westhill, unsure who they have next week.
Well, Westhill, whoever they're playing, they're hoping for a better performance out here. And for New Canaan, like you're saying, it's a gauntlet coming up, but they've shown resilience. They've shown that they can, well, shut out a team in an entire half. So, and that's not something a lot of teams can say for themselves, maybe those who have played Westhill. But it's been a great night for New Canaan on senior night, and nothing but good things to say if you're New Canaan here, Rob.
Unfortunately, like I said, it's not going to be this easy going into their next final 5 games of the season, trying to make a final playoff push. And that's just about going to do it here from New Canaan High School main gym. Once again, I'm Rob Frangione, joined alongside Henry Lapin, and you've been watching girls high school basketball, New Canaan Rams versus the Westhill Vikings here on NCTV. We're going to send it to sponsors. Thank you so much for watching.
This game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Quest Builders Group, a general contracting, construction management, and consulting company who proudly supports all of our high school athletes. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler of Fessler Family Dentistry, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile. You're in good hands. We thank Platinum sponsor Frangione Engineering. Planning on putting in a pool or an addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Frangione Engineering can help you find a solution. Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, who have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist with all of your automotive needs. We thank Platinum sponsor Manfredi Jewels. Manfredi Jewels, your local official Rolex jeweler, is excited to continue carrying the finest jewelry and watch brands, and welcome the New Canaan community into their newly renovated store this fall. Go Rams! Platinum sponsor Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company serving all of Fairfield County. We thank Platinum sponsor Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's Market has supported NC Rams athletics and the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. We also thank our Platinum sponsor Hoyt Livery for 30 plus years of service. We would like to thank our Gold sponsor Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commissioned residential and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal, constructed with intention and integrity. We thank another Gold sponsor, Club Sandwich, a family-owned deli right here in town serving the New Canaan community since 1986. They are a proud sponsor of the New Canaan community and all of our sports teams. And we thank NC Graphics LLC, a gold sponsor who is a constant supporter of the NCHS Booster Club. They are a custom graphics company located right here in New Canaan for all of your logo designing needs. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Go Rams!